Good day. This is just going to be a short video tutorial of how I create music and videos. I started doing music about just over a year ago now. I found Donna AI back in July last year. Donna was fantastic right from the start. I was hooked on the first song. And then Donna went to crap in October and gave us crap until approximately April this year. They started working better again. However, they have made no arrangements whatsoever to make any kind of a offer to any of the customers like me who subscribed for a year to give it back any of that time. Anyway, so I went on Facebook and there was a post about a young girl, 17 years old, who was killed somewhere in Canada. I'm not sure exactly where, I forget, but anyway. So I wrote in the comments that it's pretty bad how nature is trying to kill us daily and that we're always hurting each other. So anyway, that made me think of a song. So I put the information in ChatGPT, and this is how I did it. So, a song about the fact that Mother Nature is trying to kill us daily, and we are all going to die regardless of what we do, so why do people have to hurt people? ChatGPT spits back and says, okay, here's a song. So that gives me the title, the verse, the chorus, all the lyrics, like that. So then I cut and paste that into Zuno, which is my song creation. So I go there, I cut and paste it into Create here. This is another one I was working on, just something fun. So I put it into Custom. I put the lyrics here. I put the song description here, what type of music, genre, etc. And then I click Create. It makes a song. That comes over here. So, once I've done that, then I go to ChatGPT again, and I say, hey, I'd like to have a storyboard, because I'm not very, what do you call it, not very smart when it comes to stuff like this. So I asked it for a storyboard to fit a 3-minute song with 8-second segments, and this is what it gives me. It gives me a storyboard, and it gives me the basics of each phase of the song. So it uses my lyrics, and it goes through and says that this lyric would use this prompt and so on. So it gives me 22. Now, 22 may or may not fit. I can extend them a little bit or add little things here and there. Then I asked it to create images for each scene. Now, ChatGPT is free to use for the most part, so I'm allowed 5 per day, apparently. So it gave me 5 images. Now, it wouldn't give me all 5 at one time. I had to do them individually, and I'd just say continue in between. So the first one, it gave me this, then a fiery sky, dry bones, people crying, and so on. So anyway, that's how I'm doing that. Now, once I've got all that done, I go into Video Express AI, which is, it's a really good software. It's a one-time purchase. You get to create as many videos as you need. So if each song takes between 20 and 30 pieces, that can add up a lot. And some of the other ones, some of them they charge so many credits for each piece you create. Video Express AI does not. You get unlimited creation. So I've gone in here and done a couple. I'll show you a couple of those. I'm going to my media library here. It's all web-based, so you pay $250 Canadian. You get access to their website, and like I say, it's quite good what it does. They do force you to give a review before you can access all the features that they claim are available in their advertisements, which I think is wrong, because how can you review something properly if you can't access all the features that were advertised? Anyway, you leave a review, and they accept an honest review based on that. And I put in the review that, well, it's hard to review a program when I don't have full access, so I give them like 4 stars. Now, if I had reviewed it after using it for the 5 or 6 days I've been using it, I probably still would have given them 4 or 3 stars. But I think the software is quite phenomenal for what it does. So, just a quick example here. I've done this one twice because I didn't like the first image you gave. But so you right click here, you can play, and then it'll show your video. This video was done just by a text prompt that I didn't even have to type in. I just talked to it. And this one here. Well, they're both pretty much the same. No real difference between the two. But basically what you do is you go through and you make these little 8-second segments. So this one here is 8 seconds, like I say. And so each segment, so I'll show you how I create the segments. So I go into Create with AI, Create from Prompt here. I select that, then I go here. Then I go back to ChatGPT, and I find the next section that I'm doing. So let's see which one. Floodwaters, Dry Cracked Earth, Peaceful Sunrise. So Peaceful Sunrise is the next one I'm doing. So I go here, I click the microphone. A peaceful sunrise over a cemetery, headstones bathed in golden light. So now you can see, whoops, turn that off, that everything I say, it typed out, inserted into the system. Stick that out of there, don't need that. So now I click this off because I want to do one first without their enhancements. And you can either, this is always clicked on for some reason, but you can share it to a public gallery in Video Express AI. That means whatever image I create, everybody else has access to. Now, I can go over here and give it extra prompts, like a meteorite hits the trees, or a lightning strike, or any other video action that I want to see. And it's not always going to put it in, but it will try. So anyway, once I do that, I got that all selected, then I go create image. And then the software will go like that, and we'll create an image based on my text input. So there we go. It's not quite exactly what I was asking for. So I can go down here and I can try again. So go enhance image, and then we'll create again, see if it gives me something better. And again, you can do this a million times or 49 times if you want to get the image that you're looking for. And you can change subtle instances here. And there we go, that's better. That's exactly what I was looking for. So then, once that's created, I go over here to create video. And then it starts creating the video, which takes a few minutes. But once that comes back, then I can go over here again. I can click that, delete all of that, and then I can go back down here. A child watches out a rainy window, pressing their hand to the glass. I'll turn that off. And again, this feature here is not when you buy it. This is one of the ones that comes up when you leave the review, which again I don't agree with, because it says right in the advertisement that you can do it. So you should be able to do it when you buy it and start it. Anyway, so again, I'll turn off the enhance because I don't want to do that right away. I'll create an image. Again, it will come up with the little DNA thingy. And it creates the image. So, Video Express AI cost me $250 Canadian. Actually, I think it was 220 Canadian. And then I had to leave them a review to get access to some of the features. Their advertised singing and dancing videos was limited to 30 seconds. Your sound files are usually more than 30 seconds. Their splitter only works on a 30-second song. Actually, the video segments are only 10 seconds long. So their video splitter would only split a maximum of 30 seconds. So you'd have to break your sound file into 30-second sections, put that into their software, and then that would break it down in 10-second increments to use with your videos. Unless you spend another $120 Canadian, then you get to use up to, I believe it's 5 minutes of a song, and your videos are then limited to, I believe it's still 10 seconds. But then you can import your song directly into the software, split it in 10-second intervals, and so on. Anyway, there's my image, and then I go create video. And quite frequently what I'll do is I'll do 2 of each. I'll do one without the enhanced prompts, and I'll do one with, just to see if there's a difference, and there usually is some differences. So then I'll create image. You can see that one there. That's from the previous. It should come up with the DNA thing. And it does save each time you're doing it. It will save your photos, so you can actually go back and reselect them later. You can save your photos to use later to take to a video. So it's a similar image. And then I go down here to create video. So you can do that over and over and over again. And then when you're done, you close that window. Then you go to your video library, close that window, I said. Go to your video library, and then your files, in this case, your AF videos that it creates are down here. So here's the one that I just created. You can right click, you can play it. So again, it gives an 8-second clip, no sound, and that's it. So this one here is another one I created. We'll just quickly play that one. So that's how that works. And then you close that. Now I'm not going to do a full tutorial here. There's lots online, but that's the basics of it. You go through, you create all your 8-second segments. Now, one thing I don't like about Video Express AI is censorship. I realize and understand that censorship needs to be in the world. I mean, you don't need to say some stuff. You don't need to see some stuff. However, yesterday I was trying to do some clips for a kid's video, and it kept blocking me for goodness knows what reason. I had said in one of them that Dave the Bear grabs the kid's backpack and throws it on the ground. Now, the only thing I can think of is the software, the artificial intelligence behind it, was saying that's bullying. You can't just take somebody's backpack and throw it on the ground. Like, that's bullying, that's mean, that's nasty, and all that. But it blocked it. It said NSFW. You can't do that. So then I had to reword my text prompt until I got what I was looking for, and it did that about 4 or 5 times. However, today I tried doing some stuff just to see, and I asked it to show a boy using a snatch block on a ship. It did that no problem. I even purposely put in, I was removing a nail from my dick and split the board, and it allowed that through. Now it showed a picture of a nail on a deck. It didn't show the other part, which is good, but it just shows that the censorship is weird. Like I say, I didn't say anything in the prompts yesterday that it should have flagged, but it did. So anyway, I'll just show you one of my videos here, or part of one of my videos. So this is part of Dave the Bear. I posted this on YouTube years ago and got a lot of views on it. At this here. So you click play. I was hiking through the mountains. So this here was created with, this was all created with a Video AI or Video Express AI. Explore, not knowing what I'd find, when suddenly a voice said, "Hey, you're just in time." That there was just a voiceover I tried to see how it worked. What you do is, when you're creating your file, you put all your stuff down here. You put your audio file. You drag and drop your video clips down here, and form them all up and line them up with the music. And then you go to export video afterwards. You can save and so on. It's really good software. It does have some issues, but it's a one-time fee. You get the upgrades along the way as they modify things. Those are supposed to be free. Now, they do keep popping up ads for other stuff. Like I say, you got the Video Express AI. You got the talking photos. Then to extend the length of the talking photos, I had to pay another $120. They have other things too. The customer service is fantastic so far. I've only been working with Video Express AI for about 5 or 6 days. But it's, as you can see, I've made a few videos. 11 according to this. Probably my favorite one is this one. Say no to pot, don't boil me today. I'd rather dance in Peggy's Cove and steam my claws away from Digby down to Lunenburg with crust and style. So spare a Nova Scotia. That one is now on YouTube. You go down here, close that. So anyway, that's basically it. They say it's a few minutes. It's not really. Your best thing to do is to create all your files first. So you create your music, or whatever, come up with your idea, then you create your storyboard, create all your panels, and then start putting it together. So you create all that. Then you start putting it in here. One after the other. It falls into place pretty quick. But on average, I'd say it takes 2 hours to make a fairly decent video. Anyway, that's probably long enough for this one. Have a good day. This has been Video Express AI and ChatGPT and Suno using to make songs and videos. I'm Jigsaw. Have a good day.